Hi everyone, so people call me Abby. I'm Abby and I've been a musician for more than half my life. I learned to play the bass guitar at age 13 and it progressed from there. So I've been a lifelong enthusiast of music, and these are what my thoughts are regarding the current trends and the current conflicts with regards to line distribution and all those other stuff in K-pop, mainly in Blackpink, because I'm a self-confessed Blink. So stay tuned for my insights if you're interested. I admit I'm a late joiner. I'm not Blink from the start because I felt like in some ways I'm a bit too old to jump onto the K-pop wave. But Blackpink changed everything for me, so I'm more open to like being a consumer of K-pop in general because of Blackpink. So let me just put that out of the way, and that's basically why I do have some observations and insights with regards to Blackpink. So if you haven't known yet, there's been kind of an internal conflict within the Blink community or the fan base of Blackpink in general because of the past two songs that they released in their comeback, or two songs that will be part of their first ever album, The Album, okay? So the first one is How You Like That, and then the second one is Ice Cream with Selena Gomez. So both songs I really love in different ways, and both songs are of different kind of styles in general and moods. But the thing with the fans, or the internal conflict that I'm talking about, is that people are ranting about the line distribution between the four members of Blackpink. So let me introduce Blackpink as I see them, and as a fan and as a musician myself, okay? So if you're not familiar with Blackpink, there are four members, and this is what I think about each and every one of them, okay? Jisoo, first right off the bat, she's very beautiful, stunning, elegant. She's the main visual, or so they say in the K-pop world, for the group. Very elegant, very classic. So even her voice matches that persona or that brand or image. Her voice is kind of a little bit more on the nasal side. It's not that throaty. She is also very underrated in terms of her vocal skills because she does a lot of the second voice, the harmonization, if you dig deeper in their songs. So she has a great range as well. It's just that she has the voice that's a little more easier to distinguish from the other three women in that group. So that's Jisoo. And then we have Rose. So Rose is very, very versatile. I'm saying that because with How You Like That, she really flexed how far she's gone with her dancing skills. Some of the performances, she really stood out for me. Like, she matched the song really well in terms of her energy and the sharpness of her movements. So very great dance, very, very talented. She knows how to play the instruments. And her voice is also very, very versatile. She has some tracks, especially her collabs with other artists, where she shows the kind of more solid timbre of her voice. Because with Blackpink, she kind of uses a voice just that is more similar to how Avril Lavigne sings. Like, she does a lot of vocal fades and peaks in terms of her voice. So that's how she sings with Blackpink. So that's how she stands out when the vocals are laid down. But she also has a different way of singing if you look at all the other clips. So very, very versatile in terms of vocal range, dancing prowess, overall talent. And of course, she's very, very pretty as well. Then we have the two rappers. So this is where most of the conflict, I think, comes in because of the distribution of lines between the two rappers. So and the two apparently a little bit more popular in terms of social media. We have Jennie and Lisa. So for Jennie, she has the wit to back up her rapping skills. Very witty, very intelligent. If you look at all her videos, variety show guestings and stuff, she's very intelligent. The way she markets herself, even in her captions in social media, it reveals how smart and how intelligent she is. So that's the thing with Jennie. She's very strong and very confident. So that's the way she presents herself, and that's the way she sings as well. I think she's also the member that can give off the more sexy vibe between the four, because the three are kind of more wholesome in how they kind of move or look at the camera. So Jennie can give off the more sultry kind of vibe. Then we have Lisa, of course, I think the best dancer in K-pop right now. Very, very talented in terms of how she moves her body. So she gets a lot of hate with regards to her voice. Like, they don't really appreciate her vocal quality. But I understand that her vocal quality is kind of more lighter and fluffier. It doesn't match her swag and her rap skills and the brand that she's projecting. So her voice is naturally lighter and fluffier. And I mean, it matches like animations, and it's a kind of a Disney-like type of voice. And if you look at her performance, especially with Rose, and where they sang LOVE Love, that song kind of matched her voice perfectly. It is very light and fluffy and fun. So that's the thing with Lisa. I think the draw with her rap and vocals is that there's kind of a conundrum in that her voice is very childlike or very light and fluffy and pink, and then her swag is really like in your face swag. So it's kind of polar opposites. Like when she sings, it's so light. When she flexes her rap, it's so like darker. So I appreciate all the four, and I stand all of them. So I'm an OT for Blink. Okay, let's get into the analysis. So I promised you analysis, and this is how it goes. So in terms of rap styles, for Lisa and Jennie, there's been a lot of clamor for more rap parts for Jennie. And I understand that because she really is a sick rapper. If I may say so, purely my opinion, she raps better than she sings. So she sings well, but I think she really shines when she raps. And that is because she has speed rapping in her portfolio. So she can drop a lot of syllables per bar. So she's really great at that. She's really awesome in her speed rapping. Lisa, on the other hand, she hits the pocket when it comes to rap, maybe because of her innate dancing skills. So she shines more when there's more rests, more bounce in the phrasing of the raps. So that is why when they were first introduced, we have Whistle and Bumbaya as the first two songs. We see more of Jennie rapping. So Jennie was at the helm of the rap line. So she was doing a lot of rapping, and let me show you what I mean. So that was Jennie's rap part in Bumbaya, and if you know the lyrics, you know she already mentioned her name. So with regards to rap, if you are kind of an older person like me, you know that a big part of rap in general, or rap culture in general, is sliding in your name with your rap. So just in that song, just in Bumbaya, Jennie already had the chance to slip in her name. The ending line of her rap was actually, "Watch your mouth when you speak my name, Jennie." So she already had the chance to slip in her name. Lisa, on the other hand, was only able to do that in Ice Cream, where she talked about being the Mona Lisa kind of Lisa. So if you think about it, why she already flexed how Jennie is the main rapper over Lisa in their first two songs. So it was clearly established. If you hear that phrasing that Jennie did, it's different from how Lisa was rapping in the same song, Bumbaya. Let's listen to that. So we hear clear rests like ta-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-tan, ta-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-tan, ta-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-tan. So she has the phrasing, but she has rests in between. Unlike Jennie, who was actually spitting fire at a rapid pace. So they have different rap styles, but both were used in the same song. Okay, so that is mainly because they were being launched into the world. So they had to express their different brands of rap. If we move on to the Sure Thing, so this is a staple in all their concerts. You can hear the difference. Jennie kicks in faster rap. So we have Jennie's rapid rap, followed by Lisa with her kind of slower pace, okay? Even the ending, so Jennie ended it, "Gonna have you by tonight," so it's a faster pace. And then Lisa stopped before saying her line. So you hear that, ready or not, I'm gonna have you by tonight. So that was fast. And then you have a pause before she kicks in. Like, there's a breather. So I'm saying they have two different types of rapping. So if I can explain further, or if I can word it, Jennie is the speed rapper. Lisa is the swag rapper. So it depends on the pace. They have different ways of rapping. Now let me use a slow song to express my point. Let's go to Stay.
사실은 난 더 바라는 게 없어 이제 심장은 뛰긴 하는 건지 무감각해 그래 사람들과의 억지스런 한마디보다 너와의 어색한 침묵이 차라리 좋아 So stay 그게 어디가 될까 말야 가끔 어둠이 올 때면 I'll be on fire 거짓 같은 세상 속 유일한 truth is you This a letter from me to you 널 닮은
So you can see how that they complemented each other. So Jennie starts the rap part with syllables in rapid succession, and then Lisa again ends it with kind of a pause before saying the last few syllables. So let me tell you why, being an OT4 or a Blink, I'm not offended with the way the lines were distributed between the two rappers, okay? So if you look closely at the songs that they released, How You Like That and Ice Cream, so the raps are both a little on the swaggier and slower type. So recently, Lisa got a lot of hate from other Blinks who are fans of Jennie because she got a lot of the rap parts, or she got all of the rap parts for Ice Cream. But if you hear the song, the way her rap fits the pockets of the beat, that is, I understand why they gave it to her instead of Jennie. Because Jennie has the speed, Lisa has the swag. So there's a difference. And that's just because of the type of the song. Because we have to understand that the girl group is a team. So if you played team sports like me, because I used to play basketball, you will understand that we have different roles, or the girls have different roles in the team. So it doesn't matter. For me personally, I played center. So there were games where I only had rebounds as stats, and I didn't care about the points. Because that's my role for the team. It doesn't matter if I never scored, but if I got 20 rebounds then and the team got the win, it's fine. And if you think about songs in that metaphor, the songs would be your opponents. So you're gonna take down the songs. And different opponents have different strategies. So different songs have different flavors, different types of tempo, types of music, tones, and different timbres of voices fit in. So if the producers chose to give Lisa more of a rap part and Jennie more of a vocal part, it's because it fits the song well. So Jennie's part in Ice Cream, where she kind of flexed her speed, really showed how she is strong in terms of spitting syllables. So even though it was a very short one, it highlighted her strength. So going back to the metaphor, if for example the Lakers are playing the Rockets, they may use a different strategy compared to when they are playing the Golden State Warriors, for example. What I'm trying to say is that the album has, I think, at least 8 songs. I'm looking forward to all the other songs featuring the three girls' strength more than Lisa's. So if you're a fan and you feel like Lisa is getting a lot of attention, these 2 songs, it's not because she doesn't deserve it. It's just that these are the songs that were released. And we have to look forward to the other songs to hear the other members highlighted as well, because it depends on the type of the song. So the role they give to the girls will depend on the type of song. And you have to understand that it's never the girls' fault, because it's the producers who will choose how it is distributed, okay? So please don't hate on Lisa. She doesn't deserve any of your hate. It doesn't make sense, okay? We have Lisa haters saying she's getting out of lines, and we have Lisa stans hating on the defending Lisa and saying that she doesn't get vocal parts. So for example, we have Stay. She almost doesn't sing in that whole song. Her highlight is it goes a little something like, okay, everyone else sings and she does that for the first 2 verses. But the thing is, it's because her voice, as I said, is light and fluffy. So Stay is very melancholic. It's very sad. That's why Jesus' kind of more nasal and thicker voice fits it better. Even Jennie's a little sultry voice fits it better. And then we have, of course, Rose, who is very stable in terms of vocals. So they do a better part in that song. So I'm not gonna retaliate and say Lisa is not getting enough attention. So it really depends on the song. Okay, so we have to allow the producers to be able to express their music through the girls' talents. So it depends on the songs. Okay, Going back to ice cream. So we have a lot of people saying that it's unfair. I even saw a statistic where they say Lisa got a little over 27% or something like that. And Selena did as well. And then we have Jennie getting 20%, which is exactly how it should have been divided, because 100% divided by 5 girls, you have 20% each. And then we have Jisoo and Rose settling with what remains. Now, let me explain why that works, okay? Because we have a featuring artist, so there's 5 of them. But they will definitely sing, they will have to sing that live in their concerts and live performances, where they would split Selena's part between the 4 of them. And this is why it makes sense. So this is why it makes sense. So that the line distribution right now in the video won't be the same line distribution when they perform it live, because they won't be able to perform it with Selena every time. So Selena's part will be split between the girls, and it makes a lot of sense, because if you look solely on the verses, we have Selena singing and then Lisa rapping. So Lisa will definitely not get any more additional lines that Selena has, because she won't sing her part and then rap the next one. So it just means that all of Selena's parts will definitely go to the other 3 girls. So if you think about the distribution, the percentage, they will split it up between themselves. And we also have a clip where Jisoo was actually mouthing the words that Selena was singing, which means that she practices those lines, which means that she will probably get those lines if they proceed in performing it live. So if you're hating on ice cream right now, it doesn't make sense, because the girl you're standing will definitely shine when they do perform it live in the future, okay? Let me wrap this up for you guys. So if you really are a Blink, you won't be hating on any of them. You shouldn't be withholding your screaming powers from any of the singles just because you feel like your bias isn't getting enough attention. It shouldn't be like that. If you're gonna support the group, support the whole group. Because if you want to see your bias perform more, they would have to be successful. So for ice cream, don't go hating on Selena because she got a lot of attention. Blackpink, YG is actually marketing Blackpink to the Western world. So by collaborating with Selena, they are getting more attention for the girls. They're getting a lot of hype for the girls and for K-pop in general. So if you understand the big picture, this is the right time to support everything that YG presents and everything that Blackpink works hard for. Now, if I still haven't convinced you to stop picking on the girls that get a lot more lines, or if I haven't convinced you to stop just standing for one of them, let me just show you this clip. So in that clip, you saw how Jennie was encouraging Lisa to slow down and relax in the How You Like That launch. You also have Jisoo comforting her. So if you really are a fan of Jennie or Jisoo or Rose, so you know how close they are with each other, they love each other, they adore each other, they support each other. If you really are a fan, then you should support who your idol supports, who your bias supports, and these girls, they support each other. So you have to be able to move past your own desire to see more of your bias in their videos, okay? So if you really love your bias, you must love who they love. If you really love Blackpink, love everything they do. So I hope I'm able to show you how it all kind of makes sense in the big picture. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And see you all around. Stream ice cream.